It's December 13. Unlucky for some, maybe not for us. Here with the Single Malt Review, and it's time for today's Daily Mystery Dram from our Advent calendar.
It sure is. December is dragging on. Christmas looms. It approaches. Father Christmas is up there, looming in the sky, orbiting like an A380. He knows when you've been naughty. He's got the presents ready in the howitzer. That's my Call of Duty Christmas crossover. Ho, ho, ho! Right.
Enough of that. Let's get into it.
Okay.
Oh crap, I feel
Almost
rending
got
cardboard.
Oh,
Gosh.
yeah, that box is going to be in a state afterwards. It's going to be falling apart. Still,
I have a bottle.
it's got its duty and we've got ours.
Okay, I think I got the right one. Yep.
Okay.
There's a
you
vacancy.
you didn't tunnel into the next one over? That would be a disaster.
Hopefully. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's make sure 15. Yep, 15 is still up here. Up above, 15 is safe. I have
Okay,
15.
folks. All right.
Oh, gosh. Hiding the label. Cracking that wax seal. Oh. Remember when we started doing these and we thought we had to... The wax would be too tough, so we cut it off with a tool each time?
What an idea.
Well, it was
What an
messy.
idiot. That was the incorrect way of doing it. Of course they'd think of that.
A little more.
Ooh, this is a pale one. This is
Yeah.
this is the colour of honesty all of a sudden.
Yeah, Whiskey True's been dropped.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right.
You got it? Can
Yeah,
I
we're all
go?
good. Yeah. No, I'm using my
Yeah, no, just making sure.
my deceptively vice-like wine grip here. All right. Look at this. Look at this. This has not seen colouring in its lifetime.
It looks like a pale New Zealand white wine even.
It sure does. What on earth is going on here?
Ooh, that's perfumed.
Is that even whiskey? What have
Whoa.
we got? We've
Have
called things spirit driven before. Did this even go into a cask? This is really weird.
The last few days it's been all American or Scotch, so safe whiskey heartland territory. But we got to remember this is a world whiskey calendar. We've had Swiss single malt.
This is
We've
bizarre.
had,
This is absolutely bizarre.
I can't place that. It could be something unusual in Irish that we have or haven't tried before. It could be a particular, maybe a boutique bottling from a more mainstream Scotch distillery. Just don't know.
This is so slight.
Whoa.
It's insane. This is very, 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 very gentle. There's sort of a perfumed floral quality to
Oh,
it, but
wow,
holy
that's-
crap.
That's like liquid honey. That is very sweet and delicate, like maybe a short mead or something, like a mead that's been fermented for only a few days.
It is.
What is that?
All right, this is the weirdest one yet. We've had some strange ones, and we've had some conventional ones from some strange places, like that Swiss whiskey, which that got us pretty good. This is going to be a tough one.
That's got me thinking maybe this is from somewhere else, like one of the other new bespoke European distilleries somewhere on the continent who's doing releasing it fairly quickly, fairly light. It's maturing faster than something in Scotland because of being further south, but in that style. And
this is pretty strong. I think this is 46.
okay, I couldn't place it. It's such a delicate flavour, but it's not weak. It's fine and it's subtle, but it's not watery and thin. If that's coming across well, you know what I mean? Like it's not like a watered down whiskey, but it's not an intense flavour. But it's
what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that, and I forget what the distillery was called now, but it was the Czech whiskey that we tried.
Oh right, the one we curious the rye whiskey with the fruit.
With that one had a
macerated fruit,
a fruit flavouring, which made it tougher to think.
because it matured on macerated fruit. And
Yeah.
that's what made it. Okay.
This one has not.
No.
No, that would disqualify it from being whiskey as well. But I'm wondering if we've got a similar thing going on here.
I'm going to guess. Okay, just because I've got world whiskey on the mind, one of the warmer bits of Europe. We've left the UK. We're not in the Scotch whiskey heartland anymore. We're surely not in America, unless it is from a niche American malt whiskey company.
I agree. Europe. There's a tiny slim chance that this is and if this is the case, I don't think it's very good. But I've said exactly the same to examples with a label on.
Yeah.
There's just a chance this is one of these new wave Japanese whiskies
Okay.
that are all very young in the sort of scattered response to the Japanese whiskey regulations being shored up, and suddenly all this older whiskey, which was in fact not particularly Japanese at all, can no longer be sold as such. And so there's been a bit of a panic and consequently a lot of very young whiskey on the market to just get something out, and we have encountered it. We were just talking about it in the car just this afternoon. What was it? The one that had that truly astonishingly bad peated one.
Matsui.
Matsui, yeah. There's a hint here. The Matsui did those two other expressions, and they were just so conspicuously young and so conspicuously spirit driven that it gives me a bit of pause there. But I think on balance, and because we have to both settle on the region, I'll say Euro something. And like I said, there's something reminiscent here of that Czech rye.
I'd like to say not Ireland. I could be wrong, of course. Been wrong many times. Can I just grab some water? Let's try. I'm going to be very, very careful here because this is delicate as heck. This is on the precipice. Oh, that should do it.
This is such a puzzle. I don't feel good about this at all.
There comes some apple pie, some cooked apricot. That's still really delicate, but it's got more presence now.
There's also another chance that this could exactly be Irish, as you say, and it could be something from Waterford, because they do a lot of single farm, single batch ones of these, and they are typically very, very young and very, very spirit driven because the cask influence is not huge. And we saw a bit of that on the cuvee. This is not the cuvee, or if it is, then it's a completely different cuvee than the one we tried. Confidently say that, but this is such a crapshoot.
It's either I'm going to say either a unique Irish expression, or else an obscure to us European distillery we've never tried before.
Okay. Let's say Euro and let's go.
Yeah. That Boutique Whiskey Company
World
Whiskey Blend.
Oh, okay.
41.6%. It is.
I feel a bit better about that.
Boutique's World Blend, which has, goodness knows, all sorts in it. Whiskies from Scotland, Canada, Ireland, Sweden, the USA, Switzerland, the Netherlands, Taiwan, India, Italy, Germany, in particular Bavaria, Bayern, France, Japan, and Finland. That's quite the repertoire. That's an impressively eclectic bunch. It does, I guess, reflect a lot of the international sort of holdings, their casks that Boutique gets, and bottles from around the world.
Jeepers. Well, then I guess there was only 1 point on offer there, and we got it right because we picked somewhere on Earth. So I get pats on the back
Made
for us there.
Humans.
But otherwise, pretty goddamn slim pickings here.
That is a curiously just surprised that it's such a light, thin body considering some of those countries.
I don't know what they
I guess there's a lot of young malt spirit in there that's been spent some time in a maybe a well-used cask or two.
I mean, I'll say that's like a good news, bad news situation for Boutique here. Bad news, I don't really like this. This is pretty characterless and bland, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that if you put something with big character in, maybe that's all you'd taste. Like if you put Isla whiskey in here, that would just be the end of it. You like shut the door immediately.
Because some of the most explosively flavorful whiskey you have ever tried has come out of Taiwan and India. There is amazing spirit coming from those countries. If there was some of those heavier, say, Amrut, Paul John, Cavalan in there, they expect us to just blow up, just blossom with those intense flavors. So I guess if those are present, it's in fairly measured, very moderate quantities, along with some very almost neutral, almost new make spirit to just really temper things.
So I think like the byline for this one would have to be that it is you're tasting a gimmick here. No one's getting this because they're like, oh, I love how that one tastes. I love that particular character of the World Whiskey Blend. But I mean, it is fun, and I think if you're looking to experience it, this is probably the ideal way because it's not really something that's going to reward a lot of revisitation.
I think it mixes really well. Apparently, I think some people put it well in an old-fashioned or something like that.
I don't even want to know the price of this if I'm mixing it, but hey, we'll see. All right, well, that was fine. That's fine as one that was intrinsically unguessable, but hey, not a problem. Not a problem. So here we are, Slanger. We'll be back tomorrow with something maybe a little more distinct. We'll see.